Today, we're counting down 33 Marvel myths that turned out to be true. This isn't mythology, it's Marvel history with a plot twist. There's a long-standing story that the 1978 Fantastic Four cartoon swapped out the Human Torch for a robot sidekick, Herbie, because the network was worried kids might try to copy his Flame On ability. While that was a big reason, it wasn't the whole story. Marvel had also licensed the Human Torch's rights to Universal for a solo movie that never got made, so he was legally off-limits for the cartoon. Herbie was created to solve the problem and was later brought into the comics as part of the team. When Iron Man 3 revealed its Mandarin was just an actor named Trevor Slattery, a lot of fans were not happy and insisted the real leader of the Ten Rings was still out there. This was just speculation for years until Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings confirmed the theory. The movie introduced us to Xu Wenwu, the actual Mandarin, proving that Marvel wouldn't just toss aside such an iconic villain. When Hank Pym went into the quantum realm, eagle-eyed viewers spotted what looked like a domed city in the background. For a while, it was just seen as a cool visual detail. But Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, confirmed it was real, revealing the city of Chronopolis, ruled by Kang the Conqueror. That brief shot was the first hint of an entire civilization inside the subatomic universe. Stan Lee's cameos were a beloved tradition, but a popular fan theory suggested he was playing the same character in every movie, an informant for the cosmic beings known as the Watchers. This was just a fun theory until Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 made it canon. A post-credits scene showed Stan Lee reporting everything he'd seen to the Watchers, confirming he was one guy watching events across the timeline. A huge fan theory suggested that the locations of the Infinity Stones spelled out Thanos, Tesseract, Space Stone, Ether, Reality Stone, Necklace, Time Stone, Orb, Power Stone, and Scepter, Mind Stone. The only missing letter was for the Soul Stone, which fans often guessed was tied to H for Heimdall. While the H part never quite fit, the rest of it was shockingly accurate and became a popular way to track the Infinity Saga. There was always speculation that Natasha Romanoff's skills came from more than just training, with a popular myth claiming she got a version of the super soldier serum. The MCU hinted at it, but the comics straight up confirmed it. Natasha was chemically enhanced in the Red Room with a Soviet serum that gave her slowed aging and peak human abilities, explaining her incredible feats. When the Red Skull vanished after grabbing the Tesseract, everyone assumed he was dead. But a stubborn theory claimed that the Space Stone teleports things. It doesn't kill them. This was just a theory for years until Avengers. Infinity War confirmed it. The Red Skull didn't die. He was zapped to Vormir and cursed to be the keeper of the Soul Stone for more than 70 years. Before, Captain America, the Winter Soldier. A theory was floating around that SHIELD had been compromised from the inside. The movie confirmed this was totally true, revealing that Hydra wasn't defeated after World War II, but had been secretly growing inside SHIELD for decades. Like Agent Sitwell said, Hydra pretty much was SHIELD from the inside. In Thor Ragnarok, viewers noticed Loki giving the Tesseract a long look in Odin's vault, which led to the immediate theory that he snatched it. Even though some people argued he didn't, the beginning of Avengers Infinity War proved the theory was right. Loki had the Tesseract and tried to use it to bargain with Thanos, which, as we know, didn't end well for him. In Iron Man 2 series, a little kid in an Iron Man mask bravely faces down a hammer drone before Tony Stark saves him. Fans guessed this was a young Peter Parker, since the Stark Expo was in his home borough of Queens. For years, this was just a popular fan idea. Tom Holland later said he talked about it with Kevin Feige, who confirmed it for him. While it's not officially said on screen, the main actor and director John Watts both see it as a fact. During a party scene in Avengers Age of Ultron, Captain America made Mjolnir budge just a little bit. This kicked off a massive debate among fans over whether he was actually worthy. The directors later confirmed the theory that Steve Rogers was always worthy, but chose not to lift the hammer right then to avoid showing up Thor. He then proved it for good in Avengers Endgame. After Hawkeye was missing from Infinity War, comic fans predicted he'd come back as his darker, more brutal alter ego, Ronin. Avengers Endgame confirmed they were right. After his family vanished in the blip, Clint Barton became the ruthless vigilante, proving the long-running speculation correct. After the Hulk flew off in a Quinjet at the end of Avengers: Age of Ultron, comic readers started guessing that the MCU was setting up the Planet Hulk storyline. While it wasn't a direct copy, Thor Ragnarok confirmed the main parts of the theory. The Hulk was found on the planet Sakaar, where he was living as an undefeated gladiator champion. In Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Hydra's Project Insight algorithm flagged Stephen Strange as a future threat. At that point, Strange was still just a surgeon. The movie's writers later confirmed this was put there on purpose. Hydra's algorithm correctly predicted that Strange would become a major problem for them long before he even started learning magic. Viewers spotted an Infinity Gauntlet in Odin's trophy room in the first Thor movie, which messed with continuity when Thanos showed up with his own. A fan theory suggested that Odin's gauntlet had to be a fake. Years later, Thor Ragnarok dealt with this head-on when Hela knocked it over and called it a fake, clearing up the inconsistency. Whether shows like Daredevil and Jessica Jones were officially canon was debated for years. Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock showing up in Spider-Man, No Way Home, and Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin appearing in Hawkeye really got people talking. In 2024, Marvel's head of streaming, Brad Winderbaum, officially confirmed that the Netflix shows, now called the Defenders Saga, are part of the official MCU timeline. When the Tesseract first appeared, nobody knew what it really was. Comic fans immediately theorized it was the Space Stone, especially after Nick Fury mentioned it could open portals. The Avengers made it official when Thor explained its cosmic origin, making it the very first Infinity Stone shown in the MCU. The Russo brothers confirmed a fan theory from Avengers: Endgame. When the Hulk visited the 2012 version of the Ancient One, she's seen on the roof of the Sanctum Sanctorum, fighting off Chitauri invaders. This proves she wasn't just sitting out the Battle of New York, but was busy protecting her own turf, showing that the masters of the mystic arts have always been defending Earth. After the tragic passing of Chadwick Boseman, everyone was guessing who would take up the mantle of Black Panther. While a lot of people thought it would be Shuri, a big theory pointed to M'Baku as a possible successor. Black Panther, Wakanda, Forever confirmed this was a real possibility. Even though Shuri becomes the active Black Panther, the film ends with M'Baku challenging for the throne, proving the theory that he was seen as a worthy candidate to lead Wakanda. In The Winter Soldier, Nick Fury gets attacked and is declared dead, but many viewers guessed it was a trick. This theory turned out to be spot on. It was revealed he used a special drug made by Bruce Banner that slowed his heart down to 1 beat per minute. This let him successfully fake his death and work from the shadows to take down Hydra. Throughout WandaVision, viewers had a feeling that the nosy neighbor, Agnes, wasn't who she seemed. The biggest theory, based on clues like her brooch, was that she was actually the witch Agatha Harkness from the comics. The show confirmed it with the Agatha All Along song, revealing that Agnes had been Agatha the whole time. A popular theory claimed that Loki wasn't really in control of himself in the Avengers, and was actually being influenced by Thanos through the Mind Stone in his scepter. Fans pointed to his sicklier appearance as evidence. While it's not directly stated on screen, Marvel's official character bios and other materials have since confirmed he was under the stone's influence, which adds a whole new layer to his actions. The theory that Vision's mind would be based on Jarvis popped up as soon as Paul Bettany was cast in the role. Fans predicted that Tony Stark's AI would be the foundation for the new character. Avengers: Age of Ultron confirmed it, showing Tony uploading Jarvis into the synthetic body to create Vision. Project Insight's goal in The Winter Soldier, to wipe out future threats before they happen, reminded fans of the incursions from the Secret Wars comics. For years, fans theorized it was an early version of that same idea. While it's not officially a direct link, the introduction of the multiverse and incursions in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness really backs up the idea. It shows how a threat on Earth mirrored a much bigger concept that would later threaten all of reality. The post-credits scene of Spider-Man: Far From Home dropped a bombshell. Nick Fury and Maria Hill were actually Skrulls in disguise. This confirmed a long-running theory that the shapeshifters had been secretly living on Earth. The series, Secret Invasion, later dove deeper, showing a group of Skrulls had been on the planet since the 1990s, just like fans had guessed. In Thor Ragnarok, viewers spotted a horse-like face carved onto the Grandmaster's Tower of Champions on Sakaar. They immediately claimed it was Beta Ray Bill, a comic character who was also worthy of lifting Mjolnir. Director Taika Waititi later confirmed that the statue was indeed Beta Ray Bill, meaning the character is out there somewhere in the MCU. After Janet Van Dyne mentioned time vortexes in the quantum realm, fans theorized this would be how the Avengers would reverse Thanos' snap. Not everyone was convinced, but Avengers Endgame made it the core of its plot. The Avengers used Pym particles and the quantum realm to pull off their time heist, get the Infinity Stones, and bring everyone back, confirming fan predictions. A lot of people think Ghost Rider is just a cursed stuntman, but established comic book lore confirms he is bonded to a powerful demon named Zarathos. This isn't new information. It's been a long-standing part of his backstory. Johnny Blaze's whole deal involves a constant fight to control this demonic entity. In Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2, a quick scene showed Ego with one of Mantis' species, sparking a theory that she was also one of his kids and Peter Quill's half-sister. The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special confirmed this when Mantis told Peter that Ego is their father, making them related by blood. Fans theorized that the Hulkbuster armor was built specifically to stop the Hulk if he ever went on a rampage. Avengers: Age of Ultron proved this was correct when Tony Stark deployed the armor, codenamed Veronica, to fight a Hulk who had been sent into a rage by Scarlet Witch. The name itself was a clue, referencing the Betty and Veronica dynamic from Archie Comics, since Betty Ross is Bruce Banner's love interest. Wanda's visions in Age of Ultron seemed like just fear-based illusions at first, but fans theorized they were actually prophecies of the Avengers' futures. This turned out to be incredibly accurate. The visions showed Captain America's shield being broken, which happened in Endgame, hinted at Black Widow's past in the Red Room, which her solo film explored, and foreshadowed Thor's worries about Ragnarok. After Infinity War, the title of the fourth Avengers movie was a huge secret. Many fans guessed the title would be Endgame, pointing to Doctor Strange's line, "We're in the Endgame now." The Russo brothers publicly denied this theory, but then the first trailer dropped and confirmed the title was, in fact, Avengers Endgame, proving the fans were right all along. For years, one of the biggest things fans wanted to see was a Secret Wars movie, an event that would bring together characters from all over the multiverse. Viewers pointed to hints in Loki, Spider-Man: No Way Home, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. At San Diego Comic-Con 2022, Kevin Feige announced the Multiverse Saga. Then at SDCC 2024, it was confirmed the saga would wrap up with Avengers: Doomsday in 2026 and Avengers: Secret Wars in 2027, officially making one of the biggest fan theories of all time a reality. So these 33 examples really show that fan theories aren't just random guesses. They're often based on tiny clues and story groundwork that the Marvel creators leave for us. From small details to huge story arcs, the evidence has often been there all along for anyone paying close attention. What Marvel theory do you think will be confirmed next? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.